You see, my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to the months of September 2022, you are about to overcome one of the biggest problems of your lives, one of the biggest obstacles of your life that was slowing you down, that was making you feel uncomfortable, that was messing everything up for you. But even more so, what I'm getting even more excited, my gorgeous Scorpioni, that the actual number for you this month, it's 0. 0 is such a powerful number because it's indicating the fact that at around the 11th of September, you are going to have an unexpected situation coming up. It's really going to surprise you, but this unexpected situation, which is going to happen on the 11th of September, it's actually going to make you feel really enthusiastic. It's going to make you feel really good, and it's going to show you the exact part of your life that you must at all costs work on. You must take this on the next level because this is very, very important when it comes to your development in so many different parts of your life, but also when it comes to your spiritual development. So it's all about following your passion, following what you want to do, knowing exactly what you're going to do after that moment onwards, because you are going to also become aware of an important conversation that you are going to need to have. And that important conversation, you must not let that put you off, because it's to do with someone who is like kind of really weird, unusual, who you don't like to talk to. But you have to kind of become aware of the fact that when you kind of like reconnect with that person again, you are going to not only find this very, very successful, but there is some kind of realization that you are going to have at the same time. This realization is going to be so big because it's going to make you aware of a really kind of important negotiation that you must be part of. That negotiation is going to be absolutely everything for you at this moment in time, because you are also going to become fully aware of something that was hidden from you. So it's to do with the clarity, but it's also to do with something that is going to be exposed to you that was hidden. So what you're going to become aware of, it's really going to not only bring success into your life when it comes to your materialistic life, when it comes to your own victory, but it's more about knowing exactly what alteration do you need to make at that moment in time. And also, especially my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to the actual 17th of the actual September and the 27th of September, I need you to pay attention to these 2 days, 17th of September and then the 27th of September, because both of these days something is going to happen here where you are like going to plant certain spiritual seeds. You are going to be dealing with part of your life that you don't even think is that important, you don't even think it's that big, but this is why this life is so magical. This is why this life is so interesting, because we are learning so much about ourselves every single step of the way. I've been keep on telling you, like, just what we need to do, what we must do at all costs is like above all costs, like follow our passion, follow our intuition, follow our voice within. All these things are so important when it comes to us being ultimately happy, and also when it comes to us creating the best possible future for us. So on these days, the 17th and the 27th of September, just pay attention to what is going to be going on, pay attention to what is going to be happening, be as open-minded as you can, talk as much as you can, throw yourself into as many opportunities as you possibly can, and give as much as you can in terms of your own energy, especially when it comes to projecting it towards those things that make you feel alive. Because I will tell you, karmically, this is going to be a big mama. Karmically, this is going to be huge, because you are about to give a birth to the certain project. It's to do with the seeds that are going to be well planted. So it's to do with the efforts that you're going to become aware of as well. And you within like in the near future, but you must not let that put you off, because this, this is this is a lot to do with efforts. The more effort you put in, the more you're gonna get out of it. So this is gonna require from you to be patient, but then again at the same time, it's indicating the fact that you must not unnecessarily worry, because what I'm finding really interesting that throughout the months of September, there is so much that you're going to be able to pick up on. There is so much that you're going to become aware of. A very kind of like a heavy darkness on the outside of your life, but it's kind of been affecting your life for a while, and you must not let that to take like kind of the better of you. You must not let that take your energy away from you, because the only way to win over this is just to kind of keep on staying centered and grounded and keep on following your path. Ignore as much as you can what's happening around you. I know it sounds really selfish, but then again at the same time you have to you need to put yourself as number one. And the things that you're going to become aware of on the outside are almost going to be like kind of shocking, but it's nothing to do with your life in personal. It's nothing to do with your life. So you need to find the middle, this golden middle, like in between, to kind of like avoid, to know, when to stop, stop absorbing the negativity from the outside. My gorgeous Scorpione, this is important. And then on another hand, let me tell you this, these seeds that are going to be really well planted, you can make so much out of it, because now you understand that any projects or anything that comes to you, or anything that kind of like really kind of is very interesting to you within these 2 particular days, this is also a lot to do with your spiritual calling, is to do with your soul purpose, and it's also to do a lot with like a kind of like this all leading to your towards your own victory and mental clarity. This is on one hand going to make you feel so much happier and so much better about yourself. You're going to feel so much lighter in terms of energy, but at the same time, you're also going to have a very strong need. You're going to feel a very strong need to take your spirituality on the next level. Spirituality is, as I mentioned to you, extremely, extremely, extremely ridiculously important part of our lives. So try to kind of see what would be the next step, of your own spirituality, things that makes you feel good, things that makes you feel okay, things that make you feel alive, things that makes you feel passionate, things that make you feel, different. All these things are things that are making us to be who we are. But just sometimes, people just kind of become like robots, and people like kind of sometimes don't give a chance to themselves. And this is a lot kind of caused by unnecessary worry, but it's also kind of caused by the huge amounts of negative energy that we had around us for the last 2 or 3 years that are just doing nothing but kind of slowing us down. So it's very important to understand this and just kind of being centered and just stay on top of your spiritual journey. So you are going to feel very spiritual, but at the same time, this is a really, really, really important, because it means that you are reconnecting yourself with yourself. And even more, look at this now. You see this? Now my gorgeous Scorpione, look at this. Now, for example, like when it comes to you feeling so spiritual, why is this so important? Why is this so important? Why is this so important? Because spirituality is ridiculously important, and people haven't been kind of told the truth about their own spirituality and what it actually means for them. So lots of people understand and lots of people don't understand. And this is purely because of a lot of things that have been going on that are just kind of taking your attention away from yourself. So when it comes to this spirituality, this is going to reflect, you see, this is going to reflect on you, really kind of just leaving an old you behind, leaving an old life behind. It is going to show you exactly karmically what has been affecting you for quite a while. And naturally, when it comes to that spirituality, don't be surprised when just out of the blue you feel very negative and very kind of not really happy about a specific person in your life, but it's a lot to do with your past. This is a golden moment. As soon as you feel angry about someone, then this is a very, very healthy spiritual sign that you have got an opportunity to forgive them, okay, and let it go. It's about you cutting the cord with that person. It's about you releasing yourself. It's about you allowing yourself to be even more powerful. My gorgeous Scorpione, you have got a ridiculously powerful knowledge about the deep world within, about the mysteries of the world, about your subconscious mind. You're able to take these things like on a ridiculously high level. But at the same time, if you are a little bit misguided, and if you are thinking completely negatively, and if you are kind of like stopped in terms of your spiritual development, of course that this is going to affect you. And sometimes people don't even realize exactly what it is, but then we reach this particular moment, and then we just kind of like we are able to come out of it. So this is going to reflect on you really kind of wanting to leave an old life behind, but at the same time you are going to find yourself on an amazing spiritual quest where naturally you're just going to feel like you're ready, that you want something more, you want something extra, especially, you see this? Especially when it comes to you becoming aware of some kind of a double dealing, when it comes to you becoming aware of some kind of dishonesty, this is only going to work in your favor. And it's only going to show how, the fact that you're going to become aware of some dishonesty and things like that, you see the Hermit here, it's only going to highlight the fact that you were kind of right, something that you were thinking about over the last 2 or 3 years, it was persistently on your mind. So this is going to be proven to you that you were kind of thinking in the right way. You weren't like crazy or anything like that. So this is always a good sign. But then at the same time, it is going to bring you such a powerful and enlightening moment. It's going to lead towards a little Hermit moment as well, which is on another hand going to reveal exactly like what just it's going to come to you. This hermit moment is going to come to you immediately. Something is intuitively going to come to you, something that was on your mind for the last couple of months, but at the same time you're going to see and you're going to understand that after this moment in time you are going to be challenged a little bit. And when you are challenged, you just need to kind of put your foot down, put your point across, but then at the same time try to kind of avoid arguments. It's okay to put your foot down, it's okay to put your point across, but at all costs you must absolutely avoid arguments, because you see, you don't want the tower situation in your life. So as long as you are, when you're challenged by the people, your spiritual job and spiritual duty would be that you need to understand that you will understand that you have a completely different way of thinking to everybody else, and this is again like a sacred gift, and this in itself, it's also going to help you to prevent like a very kind of unnecessary situation in your life. So it's all about you understanding that you are going to be challenged again throughout this month with the people who absolutely don't make sense, what they say and what they do. But then again, at the same time, you are going to find something quite alarming about it, because at the end of the day, you know something that they don't know, and that in itself, it's only going to kind of work much more important. It's going to work like really for you, it's going to work in a great way, and then also it's going to work in your favor. That's the word. These are the words I'm looking for. It's going to work in your favor. Okay. And also on another hand, my gorgeous Scorpione, sorry, you can hear which music I was listening while I was in the gym. Yeah. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, also when it comes to the 18th, in between the 14th and the 18th of September, there is going to be such an unusual sign that you're going to have a really weird sign. And the weird sign that you're going to have, it's like an omen, it's a sign. It's not only going to kind of really show you the actual clear direction in your life, you're going to feel something on an absolutely completely different level. The omen and the sign that you're going to have is going to show you exactly the path that you should follow, but at the same time, the bottom line is it's going to show you what you have to be committed to. So this is what the sign that you are going to have, like an omen, a very unusual, strange and bizarre sign that only you are going to be able to understand, only you are going to be able to realize. Let's say that there are like 10 people sitting and looking at the same direction, and you're one of them. You're going to be the only one who would be able to pick up on this sign. So this is going to be something personal, but the bottom line is, I hope I'm not too confused confusing, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm sorry, but the bottom line is that this sign that you are going to have, it's going to show you what exactly do you have to be committed in your life. It's going to show you a mind-blowing, lasting commitment, and this is going to be a good one. And when it comes to that commitment also, you see, my goodness, when it comes to that commitment, as soon as you become aware of that, not like within the next 5 days after that commitment, within the next 5 days, you are going to have a completely unexpected situation, and this unexpected situation you're going to find completely mind-blowing. Not only that you're going to have a completely unexpected situation, but you're going to find yourself in an energy, within the environment, within this dimension that you did not plan this whatsoever. So let's say you were planning to, I don't know, go to the, maybe on one Wednesday, let's say that you were planning to go to the, I don't know, to work out or to swim or something, and then suddenly something happens and you change your mind, and somehow you find yourself just out of chance, you know, in the middle of the forest, walking, or sitting by the sea, or sitting by the river, or doing something completely different. This is what am I trying to tell you, that this energy, it's also exactly what this energy is going to create. You like finding yourself in a completely different like kind of element, dimension to what you've originally planned, and this can give you a really great clue. Suddenly you will change your mind and you will just want to do something XYZ, like something like completely different. And then that in itself, it's going to put you on a path where you're going to be like, you're going to become aware of something, and it's going to be like, oh my God, completely unexpected. And then you're going to realize, oh my God, my luck is changing. This is amazing. And what you're going to realize here, it's also very important to mention that at that moment in time, a certain cycle is coming to an end. And that certain cycle is also going to reveal to you what do you need to do in order to kind of like get things in life that you need, that you miss. But it's also a lot to do in terms of the actual materialistic life, materialistic life, but it's also a lot to do with an accomplishment that you're going to get out of it, gain out of it, in terms of you living the life that you want to live. So something is going to be shown here to you with this unexpected situation, and this unexpected situation, it's also like kind of like it's not only about good unexpected situation where you will realize at the end of the cycle, but it's also you're gonna surprise yourself the way you're gonna respond. And this is again the magic of the spiritual journey, spiritual life, because sometimes when we respond really quickly without thinking, we say the right things, baby. So what you're gonna say, you're gonna like, oh my God, did I just say that? You're gonna surprise yourself. But then again, this is gonna be great moment in time, because it is going to show you what exactly do you need to do. You're gonna become aware of in order to kind of like do that, and then you will be able to kind of not only like shall I say like living the life of luxury, it's well on its way, you know what I mean, but it's going to bring you like an element of your life that you wanted to happen, you wanted to live, you wanted to be part of for a long time indeed. So you see what I mean, how everything is connected, like amazing. And also my gorgeous Scorpioni, like towards the end of the September, like especially within the last 7 days of September, oh God, this is a little bit weird, but within the last 7 days of September, it's all about you, like kind of, oh God, like you're almost gonna like kind of be looking at a certain group of people, again on the outside, again nothing to do with your life, but this is important in terms of you kind of getting very close to the truth. Okay, so you're going to be looking at the people on the outside that you don't know, but something is going to grab your attention, something is going to kind of make you aware of like the specific aspect that you want to kind of watch, and then at the same time you're going to become aware of something really weird, something really strange, and you're gonna think like, oh my God, what these people are doing, it's like not really good, like they're not doing good things to themselves, and this is really kind of gonna be like almost like you're gonna think like, oh my God, these people are destroying themselves or something like that. It's to do with the distractions of others that you are going to become aware of, and that in itself, it's like really gonna confirm something to you. But at the same time, what is gonna be on your mind when you become aware of it's gonna be even more interesting, because because it's going to make it to abandon certain way of thinking, okay? And this is important because by you abandoning the certain way of thinking, almost like instead of normally you would be like, oh no, I can't stand these people, they're horrible. Now almost like you're gonna kind of feel sorry for them, but then at the same time you will understand that, you know, everybody in this world has their own path to follow, and the only way to follow your path is to trust yourself. Why would you give your power away? Come on, man. Why would you give your power away? Why would you kind of like, you know, why would you do something that you're told by someone who you don't even know on the outside, that, you know, they tell you this is good for you, but your voice, you're powerful when it comes to being psychic, my gorgeous Scorpione. Your voice within is like really strong and powerful. So why would you ignore your own voice? You know, even if you make the wrong decision, you're still following your own voice, and that means that you're doing things correctly. That means that you're the one who's guiding your instead or guiding your light, really, instead of giving your power to someone else. So it's all kind of along those lines, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. So it's like through that you're also going to realize, like, you know, like some kind of devilish energy being behind it, but nothing to do with you again. But then at the same time, this devilish energy, it's really kind of going to help you to go on the next level when it comes to you being honest with yourself, and when it comes to you being devoted to yourself as well. It's also going to show you a part of your life that you want to read up a little bit more. You want to learn up a little bit more. It's to do with a certain education around it. You know, it's interesting, not really like the greatest thing, but it's more like you're gonna kind of be keen and eager to see what happened after that, or what happens after that. It's like kind of unusual, but you will know exactly what am I talking about here, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. And also when it comes to your nutrition, I really want to say to you this again, the power of the vitamin D3 supplement, you know, because you are going to feel just a little bit drained, a little bit tired, and the vitamin D3 supplement is extremely important when it comes to our energy, but it's extremely important when it comes to boosting our immune system, but also at the same time it's extremely important when it comes to your bones. So vitamin D3 supplement is a must in order to take for your bones and to boost your immune system, and this is really, really important indeed. I highly suggest you to get a natural vitamin D3 supplement, which is mine, of an exceptional quality. Of course, it took me a while to create these supplements because they are so good and they are without any rubbish or any unnecessary ingredients. They are suitable for vegetarians, vegans, for everyone, but also, most importantly, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? They're just a high superb quality supplements that are the best you can possibly get. So natural vitamin D3, I highly suggest you to get like with the zinc picolinate, which is going to be superb with vitamin D3, and also it's going to be superb to actually for your skin, hair and nails, because you're going to find your skin be quite dry. And the last thing that I recommend you, of course, it's organic chlorella. Like, oh my god, and this is a big mama at the moment. You know why this is a big mama at the moment? Because we have got metal everywhere. We are inundated with the metal. We've got the metal in the ground, metal in the air, metal in the soil, and metal is absolutely everywhere. And that's why organic chlorella is something that you should be taking every single day, because it's not only going to boost you in so many different ways, but it's also going to help you to actually detoxify yourself from these metals. And you need to take this on daily basis, and this is not only going to help you to detoxify all these metals, this is so important, but it's going to help you with your mind, with your brain, with your memory, with your way of thinking. It's packed with protein, and it's packed with omega-3 essential fatty acids, and this is absolutely essential when it comes to our mind. The supplements also, if you take and you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, my gorgeous Scorpione. And also to buy them, the link is in the description below. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm going on the first date that it's going to be quite important. So the first date that is going to be quite important, it's going to be on the 1st of September. The very 1st of September, you're going to feel something different. the very 1st of September, you need to pay attention to the first thing when you wake up in the morning, the 1st and the 2nd, the 1st and the 2nd of September, sorry, the 1st and the 2nd of September. You need to pay attention to when you wake up the very first thing in the morning, something is going to be really unusual on your mind. You should do exactly that. Or while you're relaxing, something is going to come to you, something very interesting realization, something really important that you need to do. It's going to pinpoint the part of your life that you must work on. You need to work on part of that this part of your life, because it's going to bring you the necessary illumination. Or you may be like kind of like a meditating. Whatever you're going to be doing on the 1st and the 2nd of September, that it's like relaxing you. I've got all sorts of bugs flying, you know. Everything that you do, like everything like that happens within the 1st and the 2nd of September, like for example, it's going to come to the state of relaxation. So whether it's going to be meditating and then something comes to you, or whether you're going to be walking in the forest, something comes to you, or whether you're going to wake up in the morning, something just literally comes to you. You know, it's going to pinpoint the part of your life that you need to pay attention to. And when it comes to that part of your life that it's actually going to be pinpointed, okay, you see this. It's also at the same time going to really, that part of your life, it's going to be pinpointed because it's also bringing you an important key. That part of your life you must work on, you need to pay attention to, because once you pay attention to this, you're also going to get and gain an important key. That important key that I'm talking about here, it's also going to really kind of like help you on one hand to avoid unnecessary arguments. And then on another hand, this is also going to make you realize exactly what to focus on in terms of your own personal power. This is something that you must do. Okay, because it's the part of your spiritual journey, it's part of your soul purpose. So please, this is all going to reveal exactly what do you need to concentrate on, you know, what you need to pay attention to indeed. So now, by the time you get to the 3rd of September, I like this like quite a lot, because by the time you get to the 3rd of September, you are gonna feel such a great sense of like a personal security. And I really like the balance that comes with it, because the balance that comes with it, it's also gonna make you feel very enthusiastic. And to this enthusiasm that you're going to have, it's naturally gonna really make you think about this new initiative. It's also bringing a whole new initiative in your life. But this new initiative in your life, it's going to be pretty much so highlighted in between the 3rd and the 13th of September, especially when it comes to some kind of new learning stage. It's to do with like some kind of new learning stage that you like are going to feel very strong connection to. But then again, it's important, like a spiritual bridge, to find yourself at this in order to get to a kind of the maximum achievement in your life, because you're gonna realize, oh my god, you need to do this. And once you do this, like, oh my god, something really big is going to happen, especially when it comes to you realizing so many possibilities that you wouldn't realize before, you know. So this is gonna like kind of create a very kind of a healthy obsession, if I can say like that, because it's all about putting yourself as number one. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody else will, you know what I mean? So it's all about you putting yourself as number one, especially when it comes to your devotion, and especially when it comes to you kind of like trying to work out exactly which kind of like what you need to offer towards like a very, very specific goal here. This is a time of your own spiritual awakening, my gorgeous Scorpioni, from the 3rd of September onward, but especially in between the 3rd of September and the 13th of September, you're going to feel this very strongly. You're going through your own spiritual awakening. You are going to have so many signs. The signs are going to be absolutely everywhere. You know, just think about something that's so important to you, and then look around, and then you suddenly see number 7. Oh my god, it's going to take me 7 weeks to do it. Do you see what I mean? Pay attention to this, like. But at the same time, this is to do with your spiritual awakening, and also you are going to really need to kind of like pay attention to the actual self-assessment in your life, especially when it comes to repentance. You know, what are you repeating that you're not happy about? But at the same time, just remember, it's about you healing and ascending to the next level. So this is absolutely natural. unusual. And also, when it comes to the stage in the period in between the 3rd and the 13th of September, you know, you're gonna be challenged a little bit, you know, by someone in your life this time. You're gonna be challenged by someone in your life, and you have to put your foot down. You have to defend and protect your position, and you have to stand your ground, okay? This is important. And that is to do, this is what you have to do. This is your responsibility, but it's also to do with the person somehow connected to the some kind of position of power, which what might make, sorry, which might make you like a kind of feel a little bit intimidated by that person. But then at the same time, you know, you have to like kind of do this because you need to do this. You need to work through this in order to create solid foundation in your life. And even more so, you're going to realize the end is slowly coming, you know. And the end that I'm talking about, it's going to happen like basically, do you know how it's going to happen? You're going to feel something kind of negative, but some kind of bad news, but it's again not to do with your life. And the bad news that you're going to hear is just going to kind of make you aware of, do you know what, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. You will know what you need to do, and you will know exactly what do you need to avoid at this moment in time, because you know it's going to lead towards you realizing kind of like also letting go some kind of bad idea as well. And as soon as you understand what this bad idea is, you are going to like really go and elevate on yourself on a completely different level in your life. And now I'm going to take this oracle card. Oh my god, these are so old. You see this? Especially when it comes to like a letting go of some kind of bad ideas and old ideas. And it doesn't have to be necessarily bad, but it's some kind of old idea that you just grew out of it now. It's just like you there is something much better for you, and it's some kind of, for some reason you were so passionate about it before that it still kind of has got a power over you by slowing you down. So you just need to kind of see what this is, and it's going to help you to kind of remove yourself, you know, it's going to help you to remove yourself from the life that no longer serves you, but it's also going to help you to unfold yourself in all sorts of directions. It's going to help you to kind of like express yourself so much more beautiful, because suddenly you're going to feel this freedom of movement that you didn't feel before. And even more so, you see, it's going to help you to emerge. This is the beginning of your own emergence, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed, which is at the same time also gonna make you feel so much calm, you know. It's gonna bring so much peace into your life, because you will see how your life was affected due to worry. The second important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and before I go there, I would highly recommend you bracelet red jasper again, because it's to do with, like, you know, it's a lot about you like healing and ascending on the next level. It's a lot about you working on yourself and understanding that if you don't work on yourself, no one else will. So it's a lot to do with the right balance in our lives, but it's a lot to do with our passion, but it's also a lot to do about, you know, you understanding exactly what changes do you need to make, because there are going to be quite a few different adjustments, but only in terms of the actual priorities. Okay, so it's about priorities are going to change slightly. So bracelet jasper, it's absolutely brilliant, because it makes you feel really passionate, even more passionate about things that you're passionate about, but on another hand it helps you to stay grounded. So on one hand you're protected by the negativity and so much of poisoning energy on the outside, but then on another hand it doesn't affect your level of passion, so you keep going no matter what. This gorgeous bracelet jasper comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The second important date is going to be on the 12th of September. Now the 12th of September is bringing you like kind of like a really, almost like at around that time you're going to become aware of some kind of like a ritual, or you're going to be looking at something. But this ritual, when I say this, it's like you're going to be looking at something that really inspires you again in terms of spirituality. So you are kind of going to be thinking about a certain ritual, or you're going to be looking at a certain ritual, but something is going to start kind of happening within you, some kind of idea you're going to have. And that idea that you're going to have, it's on one hand going to open your eyes, but it's also also going to start a process of self-illumination, which means that it's almost immediately you're going to understand, well, I'm not going to be able to kind of like do like take this idea on until I'm honest with myself. And that in itself, when I say that until you're honest with yourself, also means that, you know, you will know what you need to do, especially when it comes to like some kind of like a, you know, part of your life that made you like kind of really dissatisfied. So you're gonna need to kind of like really understand that it's something that you really know that you need to completely stop. But it's, again, it's just about like kind of changing priority. So it's just moving this aside a little bit and just taking this idea on, understanding that if you take this idea on, see where this is going to take you. So try to just like kind of see what kind of priorities are changing here, because almost immediately after that moment in time, you're gonna have a very kind of like a meaningful experience. Something is going to happen, you know, and the meaningful experience that you're going to have, it's really going to happen in between the 12th of September and the 22nd of September. You see, when it comes to that meaningful experience, look at this. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to that meaningful experience that you are going to have, what is going to be that meaningful, you know? You see, again, it's that this is going to start a process of change, because the meaningful experience that you are going to have, it's like, you know, it's almost like the last thing that you actually needed in order to understand how much you're unsatisfied and unhappy with certain things in your life. But it's also the importance of you paying attention that now you must carry on with the particular things that you were planning, especially when it comes to like about 3 years ago. You were planning something was very heavily on your mind, very strongly on your mind, and then, you know, like the life took over, a lot of things started to happen, a lot of things that kind of mess our way of thinking a little bit, and it slowed us down. So this is a lot to do with you allowing your spirit to come back home to itself. This is going to become obvious, because suddenly you're going to feel drawn to the specific part of your life which was like happening at around 3 years ago, and this is something that you need to carry on with, something that you left unfolded behind, but it's very strongly part of your spirit, you know, and you cannot ignore this for much longer. That in itself, it's going to, just that realization in itself, it's going to become really meaningful experience, and it's going to start a process of change. But at the same time, it's going to kind of like really kind of show you what sacrifice that you need to make in order to get to that stage of your life. And that in itself is going to require from you to use you know, like your skill. You will know what you need to do, because the answer to that, it's going to be your skill, it's going to be your passion, it's what you're going to feel very strongly about. But then at the same time, you are going to realize, you know, that, you know, the specific part of your life slowly came to an end. So it's to do with an abandonment here as well. And the only reason why you're going to feel so strongly about the part of your life that also slowly came to an end, you see this, it's because, you know, as soon as you become aware of this, you need to know that, you know, before, it's to do with the part of your life that you felt so passionate about, something that you were working on, okay? And this is not like, I hope this is not too confusing, okay? Sorry, but this is not what I mentioned before. Like, this is not what you kind of need to bring in. This is something different. The part of this, it's also you realizing that something that you have been so passionate about, you know, it's slowly kind of, you need to stop this, because it's now just draining your energy. And before, if I told you this in August, like, you know, you would be like, oh no, you know, I'm not too sure, I don't want to do it. But now there is going to be this great sense of a better things ahead, and this is going to primarily be responsible for you feeling so strongly about, and even more so, the sign and omen that you are going to have this time. It's going to come in the form of a little animal, and this is going to, the omen that you're going to have, it's specifically going to happen in between the 12th and the 17th of September. And the omen that you're going to have, it's going to come in the form of an animal, that animal is going to kind of act in an unusual way, but it's going to be like kind of like it's going to make a connection with you. And at that moment in time, you need to understand that first of all, you need to pay attention to what was on your mind. You're slowing yourself with something that you shouldn't. You should just take it on. But then on another hand, you are going to become aware of a very, very bright prospects and projects that are going to come into your life. It's not going to happen that long after that moment in time. So this is something to watch for. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, another things I was going to recommend to you would be like this gorgeous tiger dendritic agate, absolutely beautiful. Not only this is so gorgeous to look at, not only it has got an amazing pattern, but also at the same time it brings this great feeling of calmness. It makes us feel really good about ourselves. It kind of it helps us to understand our dreams. It helps us to like kind of connect to our subconscious mind. It helps us to bring this balance into our lives, which just makes us less nervous and less negative and less sad. I'm not saying that you're sad and negative, but I'm just saying that you've been picking up on a lot of a negative and dark vibration from the outside. So there are ways and things, the way you can protect yourself, not only like to protect yourself from the negative energy, but even more so, you open yourself up spiritually even more, so you understand even more of the very special and unique messages around you. This gorgeous pendant also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you ever so much for that. The third important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, sorry my kitty, it's going to be on the 25th of September. Now, the 25th of September, I like this so much because it's all about this final push. Final push. This is what you need to understand. The situation is going to arise. It's going to make you feel really worried, a little bit like, oh my God. But it's all about you understanding also that this is the final push. And this is a lot to do with the things that you had on your back, with the things that you have been struggling with the things that were making you really unhappy. But it's a lot to do with you feeling so much on your back. There was so much on your back, and you need to understand that on the 25th of September it's to do with the one final challenge, which is going to be consisting of you having one final push here. And this is what you must understand. So as the burden is slowly coming to an end, and you must understand that it's a lot to do with you not avoiding certain responsibility, because if you avoid this certain responsibility, you know it's going to like really kind of create even more delays in your life, and which is going to reflect on your own motivation. And so this is all about you realizing that very soon after that moment in time, you know, you are going to have an inspiration where you're going to become aware of a potential, you know, a brand new potential in your life, which is going to be beneficial for you, but it's also going to be beneficial for all those people in your life who mean to you so much, whether these are your family members, whether these are your friends or people who are very close to you. It doesn't matter. At the same time, you're also going to become aware of like a kind of like you know, you will become awake to unknown dangers. And this is going to be like a God's gift to you at this moment in time, because you're still going to be like, oh my God, thinking like how you're going to do this. You know, it's a lot about the potential, and you're going to be thinking, oh my God, it's to do with you finding yourself at the beginning stages, you know. By the same time, this is still going to kind of create, oh my God, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. By the same time, the fact that you're going to become alert and awake to unknown dangers, you know, at the same time, this is going to give you actually full control over a situation, courage, so much strength to go forward with this, because it's to do with an important energy, determination, you know, confidence. But at the same time, you know, it's to do with you really also like kind of receiving a really wise advice at around the same time. The wise advice that you are going to receive is on one hand going to help you to remain objective and fair-minded, but it's also going to consist of you understanding that you are going to need to talk and express yourself and communicate clearly as much as you possibly can. But it's also on another hand going to help you to understand that now it's time to stand up for yourself and your beliefs lives. And now it's time to have confidence, my gorgeous Scorpione, and now it's time to also kind of like choose your battles really wisely indeed. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen within the first part of September, mid part of September, and the last part of September. So the first part of September, you know, my God, this is brilliant. You know, you're gonna realize how special you are, you're gonna realize how powerful you are, and above all, you need to kind of realize to never ever underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. Never ever slow yourself down again. Never ever give your power away again. I'm not saying that you did give it, but you will see exactly what I mean. And at the same time, please, this is so important, you need to really bring the balance into your life. So you're gonna feel the need for balance between career and the personal life indeed. The mid part of this month, it's like basically, you know, just remember, like to kind of like, it's all about you protecting what you have created, you being prepared, and also at the same time you're understanding the power of never ever giving up with those things in life that you want to do, with those things in life that you feel excited about, with those things in life that you feel passionate about. Every single spiritual journey is different. The way the way to make the most out of this life, and keep on saying, is just to keep on following your passion. By following your passion, you're gonna be happy. Okay, the last part of this month, it's like, you know, I like this so much because there is a certain good that is going to come back to you. So something is going to happen unexpectedly, and this unexpected situation, it's like the good, you know, it's connected to the actual good that is going to come back at you because you've helped someone, you did something incredible for someone over the last 6 months in particular. You have no idea how much you've actually helped someone, and otherwise you wouldn't have a karmic situation, karmic reward like this. So this is brilliant. Okay, very good indeed. So now, my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. So for those of you in relationship, first of all, you're going to be kind of like be a little bit uneasy this month because you're going to be thinking about a certain delay, and that delay that you're going to be thinking about, you know, it's going to be especially kind of like, oh my God, it's going to be evident, I'm sorry to say, but the first 3 weeks in September, it's about a certain delay. Something is going to be delayed to both of you, which is going to affect both of you, you know. But then at the same time, after the 3 weeks, you know, somebody very consistent in your life, it's going to come through, it's going to come forward, and they are going to tell you very important news. The important news that you're going to become aware of is going to show to both of you exactly what do you need, kind of which part of your life you need to invest more towards, and that in itself, it's going to consist of this in itself starting the process of change, but also it's going to show you the sacrifice that you need to make in order to make this a readjustment in your life. And for those of you who are single and ready to Scorpio in the night, do you know what, like, oh my God, Scorpione, I'm not being funny here, but you know, there is someone very beautiful that is about to enter your life. Someone different, someone beautiful, somebody a little bit unusual, but above all, what is going to attract you to this person? It's some kind of trust. Almost like you couldn't trust the people for such a long time. You know, a lot was happening, a lot was going on, you know, and maybe you lost your certain trust in people, because I'm very strongly seeing that somebody's actually going to appear in your life, and the important time when you will come across this person is going to be the 6th of September, 16th of September, and the 26th of September. These 3 days should reveal who this person is. But the way you're going to become aware of this person is like suddenly you're going to feel this trust. It's all about the trust, an amazing trust. And after that moment in time, things are going to start changing and very quickly go on the next level and next level and next level. And I'm talking about somebody who you're really going to love, somebody who's beautiful, somebody who's gorgeous. And also at the same time, this is showing clearly, you know, someone whom you're going to have a very deep feeling for almost immediately, but also at the same time talking about the beginning of a romance as well. This is going to go on kind of like a really, really powerful level very soon indeed. And even if you don't come across this person in September, this person is again about to reappear in October. Okay, so this person is about to reappear in October. It really depends what's going on with your spiritual journey. Maybe there is so much going on with like a specific aspects of your life that are draining your energy, and it really depends where you are at. So even if you don't meet this person in September, it doesn't matter, because they are gonna make themselves obvious in October as well. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.